Greetings. I know it's a surprise, right? It's a surprise, right? You know the dribble is full of surprises. Join me. So we can talk about it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Join me so we can talk about it. As y'all come in here, hit the notification bell. What up, what up, what up? That breezy baddie trying to get back. I was doing the crossover dribble album. It's on. You can go to DistroKid and see it's up. It come out September 11th. I had to get that out the way. I got Jay to Kiss on that joint for y'all. I know y'all been wanting to hear some of that. I got Icewear Vezo on there for y'all. Shout out to you. Let me get this list. I'm gonna give some shout outs to some of the guys on the album. That's what I was doing. What do you think about Ransom? I've been hearing a lot about it. I was working on my own shit though. I promised these guys something. I had to deliver on my promise. Gary, Indiana, we're gonna talk about that too. Everybody wants me to talk about that. I guess y'all know. I've been known to be compassionate when it's involving black folks, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Dirk didn't tell Vonnie admitted to doing everything. Dirk only said, "You said what you did." The key word is Dirk said. We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too. You're not supposed to say anything. That was my understanding of it. You're not supposed to say anything. You just said it yourself. Dirk said. Oh shit. Y'all share this live stream. I know it was unannounced, but I'm elated that I got that album out. That's my fourth. This would be my fourth album. This is dedicated to the underground. I'm always working with the underground. Only thing this time, this one came. This one comes with a bunch of MCs with no reputation, with no following, just talent. He said through his lawyers, that's why they called a lawyer a mouthpiece. But you said it yourself. He only said, and he did say something. When them white folks get on your ass, right? Me personally, I haven't seen anybody stand up to that shit. The only niggas that stand up to that shit is the niggas that's being told on. And then they go to jail for the rest of their life and say, I'm the realest nigga alive. I never said anything. That's because they didn't ask you anything. They was trying to put you down. You know what I'm saying? Like the John Gotti situation or Wayne Perry, somebody like Wayne Perry, who go more than likely die in jail. People say, he the realest. He the realest. He didn't tell on anybody. They didn't ask him about anybody. They didn't ask him about anybody. From what I've seen, when them white folks get your dick in the vice, this is a federal vice we talking about. When the white folks get a nigga dick in the vice, they normally try to wiggle. Some people, they choose not to do it publicly. They try to do it clandestine. They try to do it through a third party or a girl. But nobody wants to die in prison, y'all. My man said, you do the time, you do the time. You do the crime, you do the time. 30 plus witnesses. He can't wait to tell and pull a young thug. Would that be permissible if he decided to tell? I mean, it's 30 niggas telling on him. Somebody said it's like playing Uno. It's a reverse. Is it permissible according to the street code for him to tell, if it's 30 niggas telling on him, for him to say, no, you did it? Somebody tell me. They said he's Nino Brown. Even the mob told. Yeah, Sammy the Bull gave up some tape on John Gotti. He had 19 murders. They just erased it. That's incredible. Incredible relief from the prosecutor. Sammy the Bull's online doing interviews to this day. Ain't nobody bothering with him. You know, you call him a rat, he don't care. I don't think most rats, they don't really care. It's a lot of shit going on, man. I came in here to put the discussion on you guys. I want to hear what y'all have to say. As you see, if you're watching the Tupac Shakur murder trial with Keefe D, all them niggas is telling. All them niggas is telling. It's about who gets there first. You don't get the deal if you wait for somebody else to tell and then you try to tell. You got to tell first. And as you seen, Keefe D been telling. He been telling. Keefe D wore a wire on Eric Von Zip in 2009. Zip knew he was wired up. Zip wouldn't say anything. Keefe D been trying to wiggle. He been joined Team America a long time ago. And I guess he felt that he had immunity because he was working with them, but the whole time that he's having these dealings with them, he continues to tell them, I passed the gun to the back seat and they killed him. Or Eric Von Zip gave me the gun. He implicated himself over and over and over. He said, tell first is crazy. Do you think Keefe D got a chance? Me personally, I think Keefe D is cooked and he cooked himself. I think Little Dirk has a better chance than Keefe D. I do. And it's because of the fact that OTF Jam and Vonnie and them niggas was killing shit. Why wouldn't you tell? You the one killing every fucking body. Why wouldn't you guys tell on me? Why wouldn't you guys try to blame it on somebody if you are you've been killing a bunch of motherfuckers. So of course you're gonna come and blame it on me. I'm just a rapper. Speaking of, from Little Dirk's perspective. But they have those text messages of little Dirk telling Vonnie, don't put them airline tickets in my name. And they did use an OTF company card to book those flights. So there's some things that's tying Little Dirk to this, but his defense definitely raised a good issue when they said these guys who did all these goddamn killings, they have reason to tell on my client. Dirk facing charges in Chicago if he beats these ones. He said, y'all listen to that book. The last live stream I did, I spoke about that book. I started out reading it like about 9 months ago when he first got in trouble, probably like about a year, when Keefe D first got arrested. And I never like completed it and shit. But the audio book made it a lot easier for, you to tune into what's going on. Where will be your next international location? It's funny you said that. Can't you see that this is brand spanking new? Can't you see that this is brand spanking new? I've been taking care of a lot of business, man. Y'all haven't seen me. I've taken on the initiative to make sure that this shit is monetized on the highest level. Make sure that my situation is monetized on the highest level. So what I did was I did that album. I renewed my passport. I'm going to show y'all what the new passports look like. You see this? It's plastic now. They're plastic now. The main identification piece is now plastic. Um, so yeah, I made sure I did that because I got more world travels to take care of. That's something I did. This actually came today. This is my second joint, brand spanking new. He said hardcover, just like my joint. Yeah, 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 yeah. They hard now and shit. So I got a couple international destinations. I'm gonna get out the way. I'm gonna take y'all with me. That's a part of this platform, international travel. Um, I made sure I completed this album that I promised you guys, the crossover dribble. I want to give some shout outs to a few people who's on it. GTA and Don Shea from Staten Island, Icewear Vezo from Detroit, Arizona Ron, and Jadakiss, Bunchy Carter, um, Bunch Carter and Shore Shot, they from New Jersey, Scully, King Scully from Philadelphia, the Fly G family, they from Dallas, Texas, they on there. My man Frio, Freddie Lyons, I'm shouting you guys out. Freddie Bricks, Deuce Broadway, King Taco. I interviewed King Taco. Y'all seen him on this platform. Let me see what else. Rec from Trenton, New Jersey. Got a jam called Praises Due Nature Crockett. D. Graham, Ray Wonder from Buffalo, New York. Al Fresco from Staten Island. Sean Kane from Virginia. Stax DiBiase from Los Angeles. Burberry Curry. Priest the Jeweler. Eastside D's and Scooter Chose from Chicago, just to name a few. This joint is cracked, man. I was in the studio all last week, putting it together, putting the drops on it. Shout out to 38 Special. He helped me out in regards to making this thing come into fruition. But it dropped September 11th. I'm very, very excited for you guys that submitted music. I can't say enough about the guys that submitted music. I just want y'all to know that you don't need to attach yourself to nobody, to an established artist or an established celebrity. Like I see a lot of y'all in people's comments laughing at corny jokes, liking all these niggas pictures, just doing a bunch of groupie shit, and they're never gonna come rescue you. Your only way out is to get you a composition book and a pen and write your ass off and record your ass off and put out your own dope ass music, man. And you know what I'm saying? Kind of facilitate your own situation for real. And the guys that is on this album, I've learned something about you guys that fuck with me on this music shit, right? A lot of y'all don't even know how nice y'all is. A lot of y'all need to be told. Somebody need to tell you guys, man, you nice. Like Ray Wonder, he's nice. Burberry Curry, Al Fresco, these dudes is nice. And they like regular Joes and shit. So I did a project, and September 11th, that shit dropping. Have you heard Ransom's new album? A couple people presented it to me and spoke highly of it. I haven't listened to it yet. I've been busy working, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He says, so Little Dirk is officially telling, huh? That's what it's saying all over the internet. That's what it's saying. This is not coming from me. It's all over the internet that per his attorneys, Dirk is saying he did it. I had nothing to do with this shit. He did that shit all on his own. So people took that statement by way of his attorney, and they're saying that he's telling. This was compared by, shout out to Zeke Black from Feed the Wolves. He presented an article, a newspaper article, that revealed that Gerald Prince Miller did something similar back in the day in regards to the murder of those Colombians. He said that somebody else did it. He didn't testify to this. I guess he said this through his defense or something like that. Blanco Sturdy said he's not telling. His attorneys presenting reasonable doubt. You saying that his attorneys are presenting reasonable doubt. Did they come up with these things on their own? Is these theories that his attorneys came up with? Because they're representing him. They're representation of Little Dirk. Did they come up with these theories on their own? Rest in peace, Michael Wright. That was homeboy that played Eddie Kane in Five Heartbeats. He also played in Sugar Hill. Ray Nathan Scuggs was his name in Sugar Hill. Great actor. He passed away at 70 years old. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at I am gullytv _. Dirk got high-priced lawyers too. When your ass is in the fire like Dirk is, you probably want to spend a lot of money on an attorney. You know why? Because you're forced to go to trial. They're not offering him no type of plea bargain. If they did offer him a plea bargain, it'll be for like 50 years or some shit like that. Some niggas be in so much trouble that they have to actually go to trial, because if you plead guilty, you lose all of your appeal rights. So you basically have no choice but to go to trial. A lot of people, I be seeing a lot of people saying he has an $8 million lawyer and free Dirk and he's coming home and all this shit. I don't know. I think he has a better chance of getting out than Keefe D, but Dirk is in a lot of fucking trouble. I mean, since he's been incarcerated, there has been superseding indictments. That's like charges on top of charges and shit. We just keeping score. You know what I mean? The lawyer's theories are just off Vonnie's discography. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Do share, please. What do you mean by that? Are you saying Dirk had nothing to do with it? He had nothing to do with this strategy? Is that what you're saying? It really don't matter at this point, because the internet has already taken what was revealed through Trap Lord Ross, who's at the fucking trial, and some other credible media outlets who are following this to a T. Y'all know what they saying. I know some of y'all stand on one side of, right and wrong. Then you have others who stand on another side. Me personally, I don't care. I don't care what happens to Lil Durk. I don't. I don't care what happens to Keefe D either. Basically, whatever Vonnie's saying, they pointing the finger back. It ain't just Vonnie, it's OTF Jam too. OTF Jam, I don't know what triggered him or made him do this. They got video footage of Little Dirk looking out for him, man. He gave him about $50,000 cash when he came home from doing his 12 years. I don't know what pushed him to join the other side. I mean, it could be the murders. Just for the record, right? Killing is probably easy, some guys. After all you got to do is just pull the trigger, right? Nobody wants to die in jail. Nobody wants to die in jail. So maybe OTF Jam like, man, I got to get up out this jam, and they offer me my freedom if I tell on Dirk. A few different outlets said Trap Lord falsely reported that narrative for clicks. They said Vonnie was his personal assistant, so he was saying he does everything for Dirk in general. Okay, Super Jones. Vonnie was his personal assistant, so he was saying he does everything for Dirk in general. Everything? Didn't Vonnie was one of them niggas that made that trip, right? Was Vonnie in California the day that Little Pop was killed, Super Jones? Somebody said he trying to get home to that girl. Always. Was Vonnie on that trip? OTF Jam told about trap houses too. He been working. My man said, yeah, he rented the car. So he was there. You're going to have a hard time. I mean, people are going to have a hard time trying to separate him from this situation. Is it any truth to him booking the flights? Didn't Little Dirk text him and say, yo, don't put them flights in my name? And he proceeded to book the flights with an OTF business card, debit card anyway. He did that, right? So basically what some of you are saying, I'm not putting words in your mouth. What's Super Jones? I'm not putting words in your mouth, but this is what I gathered, that some of y'all are saying that Vonnie acted on his own and Dirk had nothing to do with this shit. What about the music that the judge ruled as being admissible? They're going to use it. What about the music? I forget the name of the song where Dirk rap about having paid killers and shit. How do you explain that? Vonnie got the ski mask and gloves. He's most culpable. I see why he telling. Wayno and another lawyer reported they said Vonnie also initially admitted to everything to the FBI agents. Then, once charges came, he put it on Dirk, all allegedly. Gully, welcome back. The boy OTF Jam is telling because he think Dirk had something to do with that 15-year-old killing OTF Jam baby mom. Uh-huh. Okay. The money makes it all possible. The music was made before Pab died. Even though the music was made allegedly before little Pab died, does that change the statement that was contained within the music? I got paid killers. Does that change the statement? You know the jury is gonna hear this music, right? Does that change the statement? Motown Mo, I appreciate your super chat. These guys got to stop self-snitching. What happened to moving in silence? What do you think about the new judge not allowing Carmelo Anthony to get a retrial? Racism. Racism exists, and the internet is making us very much aware. For anybody that thought it wasn't here anymore, they saying that it's like double figures of people who done been hanged, black folks that's been hanged. In 2026, it's like 10 or 11. The internet makes you well aware of the racism thing in America, so protect your neck, man. We've been here 500 years. You already know what time it is. The music is admitted. The music is admissible, but won't yield any progress. What do you think? What do you mean it won't yield any progress? Don't you know the jury has to listen to this music? They told OTF Jam to slow down on the killings, and he kept going. That male lady is not OTF Jam baby mom. I was just about to say that. Gully is Little Dirk wearing a kufi in court. Nah, but his dad is was on Instagram making Salaat or praying on Dirk and asking other people to pray for Dirk. And I made a post on Instagram. A lot of people didn't like what I said. I'm going to say it again. Them white folks don't care about Salaat. They don't. My whole family Muslim. Everybody and their mama was praying when I went to 2 trials. I'm 0-2. You dig? Somebody, a Muslim brother I assume, was in my comments. He was pretty upset. He said, prayer, Salaat works. I was facing this and this and that, and I came home. You know what I told him? If you came home, nigga, you was innocent. If you came home, you didn't do it. It had nothing to do with the Salaat. I don't know why niggas try to make Salaat work for selective instances and shit, right? If Salaat worked, and I got a Muslim background, right? If Salaat worked, don't you think somebody would have been to launched a doo-wah to combat these white folks to be doing all this dirty shit to black folks, the unarmed killing of black folks, just all of the shit that go on with black folks. If Salaat was the answer, don't you know that people would have been applied that? I'm not being funny. I'm being practical. I try to live a life where I do right, and I expect to draw those type of energies back to me. But I happen to know that white folks don't respect religion. They don't. They don't care about fucking Salat. They don't care about the Bible, none of that. They raise their right hand and swear to tell the truth and start lying. You know what I'm saying? So the whole religion thing, man, the whole little dirt, man, fam, listen. You trying to make a Salat, you trying to make Salat for your bloodthirsty son who was killing a bunch of motherfuckers or having motherfuckers killed. Like, all of these people ain't lying on him. I don't know how people think in their mind that you can kill or do a lot of wrongdoing and then launch a prayer and it's going to be answered or it's going to go your way. That don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. If it worked, there would not be any Muslims in jail. I was born a Muslim, and my family didn't pick up Islam in institutions. My family was drawn to Islam on the streets, right? I got a lot of homeboys that's Muslim. All them niggas sell dope. I'm being for real, man. I don't like how people try to weaponize religions, and it's more so with Islam. I was looking at Little Dirk's father making all these prayers and shit online and talking about pray for this, pray for that. What about the niggas that got killed? What about the niggas that got killed? What about FBG Duck's mama and his family and shit? Like, what about all the people that got killed? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, this don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. It don't. He said, isn't that a part of the belief? It's my understanding that if a person takes Kalima Shahada, I could be wrong, La ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Allah, and Muhammadan Rasulullah, if you take that declaration, then you will be forgiven for your wrongdoings. I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know about how accurate that is. Everybody got they belief system. Some people believe in Jah. Some people believe in Yahweh. Some people believe in Allah. Some people believe in Jehovah. I happen to believe in self, and that's what's been working for me and shit. But the whole killing and praying and shit ain't nothing up, man. You going to fucking jail, yo. Like, straight up. Them white folks is dealing with science, DNA testing, forensic science, spot shotters, what they call flocking cameras or some shit. They got all types of fucking technology, man, and they have the most powerful weaponry. Snitches and informants. And Little Dirk got about 30-something niggas telling on him. I ain't seen nobody that survived that type of pressure and shit. Like, that's a lot of fucking, that's a lot of shots to avoid. 30 niggas telling on you and shit like that. That's a lot. It is. He said, you still in the gym? Of course. And I want you to be there too. So make sure you go to my website and get this trifecta. My lifestyle changes made it so I don't have to. It was a time when I had to be on here because I wanted the money. And now I'm not in pursuit of any money anymore, man. My situation is airtight. Everything is that I'm supposed to have, I'm getting this shit. I wonder, do police actually do any investigating or just wait for the phone to ring? When you got guys like Keefy D who writing books about murders and shit, and you got these rappers who rap about it and sing about it and put this shit on the radio, they don't have to work really hard after that. All you got to do is just get some people to substantiate the shit that these niggas saying, the self-incriminating shit that these niggas are saying. That's all you have to do. And when there's murders, niggas is gonna lay down because nobody wants to die in jail. These niggas, have y'all encountered anybody who wants to die in jail yet? Everybody that I know that went was dead wrong, um, dead wrong, convicted. You know, like everybody that I know that was dead wrong and convicted and got there and said, you know, I'm the realest nigga and all this crazy shit. They didn't have a way out. I believe that the court system, the Department of Corrections, squeezed the juice out of a motherfucking criminal and shit. Straight up. It's just it's too extreme. This is the easiest law enforcement ever had. J.R. Ryder and Hellrail finally got some traction from Jim Jones again. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let them niggas do what they doing. Let them niggas do what they do. Keefy D book was fire. Zip versus Smart. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'd like to interject. I been knew that nigga Smart was full of shit. I been knew he's fucking full of shit. I did. Long before they caught him wearing fake fucking Louis Vuitton. And one of the first flags that you know a nigga's jewelry and shit like that is fake is if he always got it on and shit. That tell you that he don't value it. You know what I'm saying? If he got it on all the time, that tell you that tells you the value of it. I knew that nigga was a fucking fraud. He keep fucking lying about having these professional fights coming up. They keep busting him. He just was supposed to have one August 22nd. Some niggas just lie for no reason, man. When these niggas want this internet shit so fucking bad, you got guys who will pick a fucking, damn, I can't stand on the gangster shit, so I'm gonna start talking this positive shit. A lot of niggas that be talking that positive shit, they be scamming. You see that nigga that was talking about he was giving his broad $250,000 a month. They didn't caught him whooping a bitch and all of this crazy shit. I knew that nigga Smart was. He said some shit about Dapper Dan for no reason. Like Dapper Dan should be doing this and this and that. Man, what the fuck is you talking about? This man is successful, ultra successful, been successful for the last 40 something odd years and shit. What have you fucking accomplished that you can give out any type of direction for somebody? And another thing, you see these niggas on all these platforms and shit like that tell you what they on. They want to be fucking seen and shit. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to run out of dialogue after your second interview and shit. Like, you see these niggas continue to go on platforms and be interviewed. Why the fuck do you keep getting on platforms and doing interviews? You're not a fucking celebrity. You haven't accomplished anything. You're not no boxer. You ain't no successful MC like he rap. You're not none of that. None of that. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be on fucking camera and shit. And a person that talks a lot, it won't be long before they put their foot in their mouth. And I'd never been in the penitentiary in New York State, but I happened to see that clip when he was talking about. He put out one last year. He was talking about stabbing somebody until his arm got tired and shit about a laundry bag. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You don't even seem like that type of guy and shit. Like, when we looking at people on camera and shit, we get a chance to evaluate them. The shit that you saying, it's not consistent with your character and shit. You don't strike us as a fucking psychopath. All of that, you stabbed a motherfucker till your arm got tired. You saying that shit because you feel that that's something hip to say. And the shit that just happened with Zip, he talking about, yeah, I was in Southport box. There's some niggas that think that's some hip shit to say, to talk about being in a fucking hole and shit. I've spoken about this before, right? When he said that he was in some type of fucking hole, they call it the box. Pennsylvania, we call it the hole. And he was talking about I was in Southport box. That's the closest thing to death. And I was talking to my bunkie. Bunkie? I haven't even been there, but when he said that, it didn't make sense. I just from me listening to these niggas talk about these boxes and shit like that, I assume that this is a form of segregation or isolation. So, and this is where the hardcore, the bad motherfuckers go to be punished. And they're not gonna put you with somebody. Why? Because you're fucking dangerous. You're a sociopath. So we're not gonna put you in a cell. This is where, in Pennsylvania, they got a program called SMU. This is to have you away from everybody. They not gonna get you to this program and put you in a cell with somebody. And when he said, yeah, my bunkie said this and that, I said, that's bullshit. And I'm not even from New York. I know you ain't had no fucking celly in that type of program and shit. That didn't make any fucking sense. Then he proceeds to start talking about stabbings and all this crazy shit. Niggas didn't even talk about that shit, man. Like, I'm listening to this nigga. I'm like, this is what he feel is hip to talk about. This is what he feel is hip to talk about. It's bullshit. Nigga talking because he got lips. You ain't cut nobody. You're not even that type of dude. You can look at you, man. My character judgment is 98% accurate. Why? Because I was in a fucking situation during my stint in prison where you have to determine on sight, is this motherfucker dangerous? Is this motherfucker a liar? Is this motherfucker a booty bandit? I went to the penitentiary at 18 years old. I wasn't no big great ball of fire. I only got my weapons: 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. Pay attention, observe, right? Anybody that listen to this nigga talk know that this is a fucking liar, like he some bullshit. I'm from Rochester, New York. Ain't no bunkies in the box. Been there, done that. That nigga lying. When he said it, I'm from Pennsylvania. When he said it, I'm like, Sally, that don't make no sense. Why would they? If you get put in isolation, they're removing you away from everybody. That's part of the punishment, to put you by yourself. They're not gonna put you in no cell with a motherfucker that you could play cards with or talk to. No, you could fucking play chess with. No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna put you by yourself. If you cut somebody, you did anything like that, you're going someplace to be by yourself. When he said that, I knew he was fucking lying. I knew he was lying. And why is he talking about this? Because some niggas think this shit makes them cool or hip. You know what I'm saying? Just like Alex, the trucking dude, a fake scammer. When he said he checked Alpo to his face, I knew Smart was a liar. Shit like that. Shit like that. Exactly. Shit like that. Shit like that. Crazy thing, no one checked Alpo. No one, only one who even met up with Alpo and questioned him was Unique. And even then, he didn't really press him like that. He told me he was gonna slap Unique. Unique kind of talked himself out of that situation. He was a little upset about that. Cool is never going to prison. I don't know where niggas got off like thinking that that's something to brag about or that's something cool. But you ask me about the nigga, he's a fraud, man. He always get online telling people what's the right thing to do. And write a book. Write a book. Write a book. Write a curriculum. Do something that requires engagement. Talking, you on all these platforms and shit like that. And you're not seeing any fruits from this shit. You just like attention. You just like being on fucking camera. It's a lot of niggas like that. They talk about books that never get released. All that. All of the above. All of the above. You're absolutely fabulously gorgeous and beautiful. Thank you. My name is Jamil. It means beautiful. Thank you. Make sure that y'all subscribe and follow me on IG. The album come out September 11th, man. It's action packed. Like I said, I might give a leak. I got a song from Ice War Vezo. I'm looking forward to the release of this joint. I'm expecting great things. Another my song. Exactly. It's a lot of niggas like that. I don't know why. I don't know why these niggas be lying like that, right? I don't know. I don't know why these niggas be so hard pressed, man. We need to get out the prison mindset, period. The prison mindset, the snitch philosophy, the paperwork shit. Everything that we talking about right now is the reason you don't see me on these live streams too much anymore. I no longer felt comfortable. I don't want nobody to view me as being amongst this cluster of energy that you find when you open up your computer. A bunch of ignorant niggas and shit. I'm not like these niggas. I don't need to be on no live stream. So you might see me here every blue moon. Aside from that, you're gonna get original content. Did you see Mob James take the stand on Keefy D? He's trying not to get Keefy D in trouble. Yeah, I seen Mob James. Mob James, niggas need to pay attention to the lifestyle that they lead and shit. Mob James aged like a motherfucker. That's holding on. That's all them demons inside them niggas. All this killing and shit inside them niggas. Just a few years ago, man, he wasn't a bad looking older guy, dark skinned, you know what I'm saying? Nice smile, shit like that. He's falling apart in real time, man. If you listen to what they said in the court proceedings, he had to be there. I don't know if if he's in some 30 years later they need to let that case go. They not. Ain't no statute of limitations for murder. If a person who told did not do any harm to If a person who told did not do any harm to you or your loved ones, who cares? It has nothing to do with you. Jason Mack, I appreciate you. I'm tired of the streets talk every day. Even the women is talking about who's telling. It's unreal. Everybody act like geniuses on the internet. It's too much bullshit. It becomes overwhelming sometimes. It had a lot to do with me stop getting on this live stream. Because I am a journalist. I am decorated. I have a resume. I started to see like, man, I don't need to be on this platform with all of these niggas, man. These niggas is ignorant as shit. These niggas is ignorant. It didn't sit right with my spirit to continue to be on live streams. I got on here to talk about this though. Um, this little Dirk situation because I wanted to point out exactly what happens when you live in, a certain lifestyle. These niggas was killing. Niggas was putting out devilish music and shit. Ain't nobody getting away. Ain't nobody getting away. Everybody going to hell or fucking jail shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to fucking prison or the goddamn cemetery. And the fact that it started to spread all over the internet that he's saying that OTF Vonnie did it, I just said to myself, that's kind of how these stories unfold and shit. The nigga in so much trouble, he don't get nothing out of going to jail for the rest of his life. I'm pretty sure he's starting to calculate that. He don't get no reward for going to jail for the rest of his life. He got 30 niggas telling on him. What you gonna do? You gonna just eat that? What you gonna eat that? They pointing the finger at you. He gonna point the finger back. It's not hard to, comprehend. When black people gonna learn, everybody tell when they say life, blood, crip, they all telling. They not coming home. Dirt gonna burn. He did a lot of killing in Chicago. Wow, these NFL guys going back to college. Probably the NIL payments and shit like that. It's a business at this point. It ain't really about competition anymore. Everybody's chasing a bag. All of his friends telling on him. Them niggas wasn't his friends. Them niggas was poor and black. Another reason that Dirk is going to be punished is because he was taking advantage of poor black people. One of the incentives of killing for him, and it came out in the trial, why do you think them niggas was killing like that? Why do you think them niggas was killing like that? You know what the reward was? You know what the carrot in front of the donkey was? If you do this killing, you can roll with us. If you do this killing, you can get a song on my album, like OTF Jam. He has a song on one of those projects. He ain't no rapping ass nigga, nothing like that. But go ahead, put his song on the project. Why? Because he knocking shit down. So what you doing is you're taking advantage of poor black people, poor destitute black people who want to be, who want to live like you, who want to have jewelry, who want to travel all over the world, eat good food and shit like that. You telling them, if you want to roll with me, if you want this life, you got to kill somebody. You got to kill for me. And these niggas was doing that shit. Them niggas that did that shit, them niggas that did that shit to FBG Duck. Them niggas wanted a chain. After you kill a motherfucker, we got a diamond chain for you. Here you go. You wasn't gonna never get one of these. You like it? You look good. Go ahead, put a mirror in front of him and shit. Kill the motherfucker for a chain. You can't give a monster money. He's gonna do dirt with it. Meanwhile, Penn State guys pushing bricks. Nobody. Wow, man. I wrote it. It's right over here on the bookshelf. I read a book and I spoke about it on this platform. It's called Among the Bros. And I talked about a drug organization that operated, a fraternity that operated at the College of Charleston. Forget the white boy name. The book is right in front of me and shit. For some reason, white boys like cocaine, yo. They do. White folks like cocaine, man. This is proven, man. I got a homeboy who I used to play basketball with named Joe, white boy and shit. We real tight. He a DJ. He a dubstep DJ. Dubstep music is kind of like house music. The beats go do, 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 do. He one of those DJs and shit. He invited me to one of his DJing performances and shit, right? This is basically a rave. That's what I got out of it. Like, bunch of flashing lights and shit, bunch of crazy ass lights, bunch of motherfuckers jumping up and down. I'd never seen so much flagrant drug use. I was maybe one of maybe 4 black people in the building. Like I said, I went to support my man and shit. I never seen so much flagrant drug use like that amongst some young people and shit, because it was young people there. Like, the people that was at the show, they was like college age and shit, or teenagers in their late teens. I remember being in the bathroom, man. I had just got done pissing and washing my hands and shit. Motherfucker offered me some shrooms and shit, some mushrooms. I'm like, hell no. They just passing drugs around, man. Like, everybody in the jovial mood and shit. I'm like, damn, this is interesting. This is what white folks do amongst themselves. This is what white folks do amongst themselves. They sniffing cocaine on the fucking, on the sink and all types of shit, man. They young and shit. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Black people don't really like experiment with drugs like that. Like, Some people that be dope fiends, they might get it through their lineage or some, it just motherfucker might pass you some weed and shit when you young. Like you might see a blunt. Motherfuckers might be smoking weed when they young. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers sniffing lines of cocaine and shit. Yo, so the fact that that shit was going on in Penn State, those are young white people. That's what they like to do and shit. Like I happen to, as I aged through life, I started to pick up on a lingo. If white people is trying to offer you cocaine, they ask you if you want to what. Let me see if y'all know. I played semi-pro football, and a guy on the team, I went to a little party they had after one of our games, and this guy asked me, he said, hey, do you, bingo, they say, do you want to party? That means, do you want to sniff some cocaine? I'm like, hell no, I don't party and shit. He's like, okay, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's like regular shit with them, man. That's like regular shit with them. They like that shit. You seen Eddie Murphy documentary? He said he was rolling with John Belushi and Robin Williams when he was young on Saturday Night Live and shit. He said he went to Studio 54. He said, here I am. I'm rolling with two of my heroes and shit. Like, we got into the party and boom, they put it on the table. He said, he was like, oh, I'm good, man. He said, I just would, just sit back and just drink my Coca-Cola while they did their thing and shit. He said, Gully pulled an Old Spice commercial back in the day, only weed, everything else is uncivilized. You know who they be rubbing their nose like crazy. I just watched a documentary about John DeLorean on Netflix, right? John DeLorean invented that car that Marty McFly was driving in Back to the Future. The fucking doors lift up like this. The way that he built his company was through investors. Like every time he was like a genius. Every time he wanted to, invent something or create something like that car, the DeLorean, he would get money from investors and shit. And as soon as they would give him some money, he would go spin up a whole bunch of it. And the chick that he was dating was like, man, how can you afford all this shit? He like, I got this. So he's spending up these people's money as soon as he get it. For anybody who wants to know how he ended up with that drug case back in the day. His ass fell into debt, spending up money as soon as he was getting it from investors, and he's supposed to be building cars with these people money. He asked a guy, how can he get some money fast? He said, I'm going to introduce you to somebody. He introduced him to a motherfucking plug, and John DeLorean ordered 100 bricks and got busted with them and shit. For those who know who I'm talking about, you can look this up. He felt in his mind, and this is a guy who had no background in drug trafficking or nothing like that. He felt in his mind this is a good thing to do. Like, this is a way that he can get some money fast. 100 bricks of cocaine, his first purchase and shit. And they like that shit, yo. So for you who asked me about the Penn State thing, do I think they going to jail? The top dude is probably going to the feds. I don't know if that's a federal case or not. The top dude, his name start with an A. He's probably going down. Them white boys was copping like a motherfucker. They wasn't buying. They was buying Big 8s and shit like that. Like he was serving motherfuckers on campus. They white. They got money. Their parents got money. They not buying no 8-ball. They not buying no 16s to sniff and shit like that. These motherfuckers buying Big 8s on campus and shit. This motherfucker serving motherfuckers 250 grams and shit, quarter bricks on campus. On campus, like this is what they was copping. Like this is a regular cop. Like when he go get to work, like some of them frat boys wanted to go to spring break. He let them borrow $1,500, right? They went to spring break, they came back, they couldn't pay the $1,500 back. You know what he told them? Oh, you got the pump, man. You got the pump, man. Gave the boy a pack and shit, man. But that I don't know if y'all following it. That wasn't no small operation and shit. Like that top dude was selling bricks on campus. He was selling bricks on campus. The dude that was telling on him first, his name was Tim Robinson. He buying 100 grams from his first purchase, 100 grams. Who does shit like that? An ounce is 28 grams. This motherfucker buying 4 ounces and shit the first time ever and shit. Like crazy. He said was using tech. Yeah, they was pumping on. One dude had $30,000 worth of cash. Zelle transactions. He was selling it through Zelle. Like you come to him, you got Zelle? Yeah, send me the money and shit. He give it right to you. Man, the motherfuckers that run Zelle, they like, man, what the fuck is going on here, man? All this fucking money being passed through this shit. Like, Penn State always doing crimes. Who was the customers? The fucking students. The students. They were selling it to the fucking campus. Like I just told you, when black people party, they smoke weed and shit like that. They might drink a little alcohol, they smoke weed. White folks sniff cocaine. Young white folks sniff cocaine. If you ever had any background in the streets, you know what. If you had any background in the streets, let's say you was from a certain neighborhood that had it. Didn't you see Mike Epps did the skit? He was like, my white boy is around the corner. Didn't y'all see that? I got the white boy parked around the corner. That was real. That's real. Everybody that heard him say that know that was real because everybody know who was coming to the set from the suburbs, the cop. Like, niggas ain't got no goddamn money. The black chicks, they sucking dick, turning tricks and shit. They ain't got no money. As soon as a black motherfucker ain't got no money, they boosting, robbing, or turning tricks. Them white motherfuckers go out to the suburbs and take a camcorder out their house. I got a camcorder. Anybody want to buy this? Film projector and shit. I got an assault rifle. I got an AK-47. They just go back to the suburbs and you gotta know. Drug dealing on campus is big businesses. That's how I got in trouble in college and shit. I went to college trying to flee or separate myself from the drug trade, which was my reality. And when I got to college, lo and behold, they active as a motherfucker on campus. I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. I'm going to parties and shit, and I'm seeing what's going on, and I'm like, man, shit, I can't believe this is happening like this. I can't believe that this goes down in dormitories and shit like that. So next thing you know, my first time going back home on a break, pounds. It got to the point I didn't even have to leave the campus to cop. I didn't have to go back home to get nothing. Cop on campus and shit. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We need gym content. I've been doing it. You should probably follow me on Instagram. I got a personal page called Dribble Almighty and shit. That's where all my workout shit is at. It's always been big business on college campuses. It's a different world, literally. My boy got kicked out of Westchester in 2005. Caught with weed, messed up his whole football scholarship. When do the dudes who... My man says Gully is getting old. He's got to be pushing 50. The difference between my aging process and yours, I can't believe you're 50 years old. You dig? I get that. My situation and yours, two totally different things and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in tip-top shape. My skin glowing and shit like that. I stay fresh. It's two different things, man. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with aging. It's how you age and shit. To age is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? But my situation and your situation, two totally different things and shit. I keep a young hoe in my face. You know what I mean? You don't stand a fucking chance. You one of them niggas that try to make fucking young bitches a bad thing. Oh, I got daughters her age. I could never do that. I would. That's my reality. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be burnt out and shit, man. They don't have they pick. It's nothing frightening about it, man. All I do is pose and get chose, man. You know what I mean? He said, no more stamps on the passport. This a new one. Can't you tell this is brand spanking new? This just came today and shit. Just told you, man. It's a difference. I pulled this out earlier, but they plastic now. See that? It ain't paper no more and shit. Boom, boom, boom. The new passport's tough. That plastic page, America not playing. I'm about to put this motherfucker to work. This is my second one, man. If you're not in trouble with the law, you should have one of these, man. Travel the world, man. Spend some money and shit. You heard? Word. Instagram at I am gullytv _ My man said pose and get chose. That's what it is and shit. Yeah. He said shame and for getting old. Moron. I've been watching a lot of people younger than me having a hard time. Be aware of what you eating and shit, right? Be aware of what you eating. I started this video popping and shit, throwing it back because I'm about to go work out when I get off of here. But it's a difference between me and you, G. That's why I get on here and I try to push this trifecta and shit. You too can have your way out here and shit. You see him? You see him with that pill in his hand? You see them bitches on their knees? Did you notice that? What it say? Libido, circulation, stamina. TheRealDribble.com. Dirk is cooked. You got new PA knits? Yeah, the website is popping, man. Go there and cop, man. PA-knit.com, or you can go to my website, TheRealDribble.com. I got 2 of them. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I got my 500 push-ups in, 250 squats. Lead the way, Gully. I'm up to 200 burpees now. Like, that's what I'm going to do when I leave up out of here. I had to shout out to Iborn. I had to call my man Iborn and get some insight. I'm like, my nigga, I'm doing 200 burpees and shit, right? I'm like, after I get done, in under an hour, I'm doing them in like 45, 50 minutes. I be soaking wet after I get done. I be like, man, I be feeling like I'm skinny. He like, I know motherfucking well you feel like you skinny, man. Them burpees burn everything in your body. And if you ain't got no food in your stomach, it start burning muscle. The other day I went to the gym, right? I had on this t-shirt. It was fitting me all snug and shit. I did my workout. When I got done, the motherfucker was like a blouse. I'm like, damn, I just felt like I just lost all my muscles. That's what burpees would do to you and shit. But I was telling him I felt like I lost all my pump. He said you did lose all your pump because the blood that sits up in the top half of your body, the pump, when you start to do the burpees, it goes to other parts of your body. So that blood that had you sitting up like that, it goes to your legs, it goes to your toes and shit. You got it? Love Queen, I appreciate you. herpes keep you strong. Facts. Dirk is innocent. It was Vonnie who did everything. You don't have to prove that to me. Telling me that he's innocent, that does nothing for him. It doesn't. He got an answer to them text messages. He got an answer to them 30 niggas telling on him. They even used 6ix9ine's rant in front of DJ Academics when he said, slide for Von, these niggas won't slide for Von. They even used that as evidence that this is the motive. This upset him. So somebody had to pay for the murder of King Von. Now the strategy that they use in saying that it was Vonnie, him and King Von was cousins, or he had the reason, he the one that was upset. He was there when King Von got killed. All of that makes total sense. Don't get me wrong. All of that makes total sense. But when you got that phone and them text message, he telling them, don't use my name when you booking them flight tickets. That's saying that he knew that they was going to do something wrong. He knew that they was going to do some law breaking. Do you understand what I'm saying? He knew what they were going to do because he tried to remove him or separate himself from them. And even though dude went and booked the tickets with an OTF business card, he told him, do not do it. Do not. That means he was aware of what the fuck was going on. Conspiracy. Who could have predicted content would be used in federal prosecutions? Niggas need to stop saying that shit that they be saying on them songs, talking about killing motherfuckers. They need to stop. Stop getting on podcasts talking about criminal activity, and then they won't have nothing to do with it. These niggas be wanting to be known, be wanting to be recognized so bad that they talk about doing fucking crimes and shit. What the fuck? It's just saying don't use my name and not say, why would he tell him don't use my name? Why would he tell him don't use my name? Are you fucking delusional? Don't you know that these white folks got degrees in psychology and shit like that? They're gonna be using all types of fancy words to describe him being aware of what the fuck was going on, man. Why are you sitting here trying to dissect what I'm saying to you? It's not me. It's them white folks. It's them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, your whole logic. I know you want the bloodthirsty nigga to come home and continue to killing and shit like that. I know you want that. I just said, some people stand on one side of the issue. You got other people to stand on others. I don't care. Some of y'all do stand on the dark side of the problem. Some of you niggas do want these niggas to beat the case and come home and kill some more. Like the dude that the young boy just got killed in Cali about a hat he was wearing. Y'all are cool with that shit. But guess what? Niggas like King Von, niggas like Little Dirk, they're the type of motherfuckers that'll kill a motherfucker about a hat. You dig what I'm saying? They're the type of niggas that will kill a motherfucker by the hat. Keep this in mind when you sit here trying to rationalize or give this nigga a out. This is not a state case. Do you know that? This is not a state case. This is a federal case. This is a federal case. Do you understand that? That means that years before they went and got arrested, they were already putting this shit together. Do you understand? They were already putting this shit together. Didn't you see John Gotti die in prison? He continued to go to trial. They called him the Teflon Don. He can continue to go to trial. Continue to go to trial. They only got to convict you one time. They put his ass in fucking ADX and he died there. You know what I'm saying? So, and he had Bruce Cutler as his lawyer. I like being able to walk out my gas station unscathed. Hip hop is now rooting for the bad guys. Nah, it ain't hip hop. It's these niggas. It's these niggas. Like this nigga in this chat. Yeah. Dirk fans are having a hard time accepting the feds are going to wash him up. The feds are like spiders. They get their prey eventually. Can't talk sense to idiots. Most people are straight idiots. Given the charges, lawyers making a grip. I told the judge I was raised wrong And that's why Blaze shit, the nigga that wrote that got killed. You get one or two outcomes, man, when you living wrong. Penitentiary or the cemetery. What the fuck? I said it's good for them. They going to end up exactly where they need to be. Speak on Oskino, Gilly, and Wallow. Why? I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't. I believe everything Oskino is saying. I believe everything O is saying. All of that crying and shit like that, it's a fucking scammer move. Wallow did 20 years in jail, or damn near 20. You desensitized after shit like that. The shit that make a regular motherfucker cry, it's impossible for you to draw tears from somebody who done been through those type of conditions. He's from Philadelphia, North, I believe. Niggas get killed every day down there. Every day. Murder, death, that's regular shit to them. Why are you crying? Why are you crying, man? What about this has you crying? Because you're in front of Little Dirk or NBA Youngboy or some shit like that? That's what O's saying. And I believe everything he said. I believe everything he said. If you're going to be doing dirt, you don't speak on it. The less people involved, the better. No Codies. In a month now, 185 max bench, 75 push-ups a day. Got to re-up on the trifecta. Yep. It's a good idea. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all check out my interview with Flames.Malik. I got more original content coming, man. Just be on the lookout, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on IG at I am gullytv_. If you don't got the trifecta already, get that. I'm about to go to the gym and work out. They wanted fame and now they famous and infamous. They will use King's language to convict them. Hey, man, you make your own bed to sleep in, man. Them niggas chose that shit. They could have been out here doing regular music and enjoying the millions like Drake and the rest of these niggas. You a millionaire and you want to be killing a motherfucker, you deserve to go to jail. So, anyway, it's a lot ain't gonna help you. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. I'm out.